Hey YouTube, I'm Dr. Jack, and in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer is going to turn out after analyzing all the perks, killstreaks, and everything that's been released about the game so far, and after watching all the videos on YouTube showing gameplay and reading all the articles I can get my hands on. And I'm not doing this as an amateur player. I am someone who's been playing Call of Duty for a very long time, since Call of Duty 4. I have over a 3 KD in every Call of Duty game, and I've accurately predicted how every Call of Duty game would turn out. I knew that one-man army would be a problem in Modern Warfare 2, that people would use it to give themselves infinite explosives. I knew Ghosts would be overpowered in Black Ops, because Stopping Power and Juggernaut were gone. I knew in Modern Warfare 3 Assassin would be overpowered, and Dead Man's Hand would be annoying. And I knew in Black Ops 2 that the Target Finder and Dual Band would also be very annoying, the second I saw them. And now I'm going to give you my analysis for Call of Duty Ghosts. So first I'm going to give you a summary of all the information that has been revealed so far, and then I'm going to break it down and tell you the different perks and killstreaks people are going to use in the game, and how it's actually going to turn out and play, without any hyper fanfare. So first let's summarize the perks. There are 7 perk slots in the game, and each one has a different value. Some are 1, some are 3, some are 5, and you have 8 points to spend on perks in the game. And the perks are in 7 categories: speed, handling, stealth, awareness, resistance, equipment, and elite. And you can choose 1 of each category unless you choose the wild card, then you can have 2. Now in the gameplay reveal, they did not show the names of the perks or the killstreaks. They only show the pictures, so we have to guess what they are. And I think I know what almost all of them are. There's going to be quick draw, sleight of hand, lightweight, marathon or extreme conditioning, and stalker in the first category. Then in handling, it looks like there's something similar to toughness. There's reloading on the run. There is going to be switching weapons faster, steady aim, and reduced flinch, I think. Then there's in stealth, there is off the grid, which protects you from the ComSat or the UAV. There's something like blind eye, something where you don't when you kill someone, the skull does not show up after you killed them. There's one where you don't show up on the scope. It looks like a scope that you're looking through. There's one where you don't make noise. Then in awareness, there's scavenger, SID rep, something that looks like footsteps, and something that looks like anti-counter UAV. Then in resistance, there's less fall damage, faster recovery time, resistance to explosives, and resistance to stuns, and another perk that I'm not sure what it is. In equipment, you have extra stuns, extra grenades, extra ammo or bandolier, something having to do with a sniper scope. I think it's multiple attachments. And then another one that I'm not sure what it is. Then in Elite, you have Wild Card, which is more than one perk in each slot. Hardwired Ping, which makes it so that when you kill someone, you see enemies there nearby where you kill that person. Overkill, and Deadeye. And what Deadeye does is that it gives you increased bullet damage, or it increases the chances of having increased bullet damage after every kill. So the more kills you get in a row, the higher chance you have to do more damage. And that costs 5 points. Then when you look at the killstreaks, you have support, specialist, and assault. The 3 tiers from Modern Warfare 3 are back. And support and assault look very similar to each other. Specialist, we all know, you can have many perks and you unlock perks for every kill. And in support and assault, you have the SATCOM, which is the UAV in this game. And the way the SATCOM works is that if you have one of them, you place it on the ground and enemies only show up when teammates see them. Then if you have 2 of them on the ground, you have the normal UAV, and if 3 of them are on the ground, it shows you the directional movement of enemies, similar to the advanced UAV. But you can counter this with off the grid, which is the ghost perk in this game, and it only costs 1 point out of the 8. Then in more kill streaks, you've got the dog kill streak. You've got something that's like, it's a flying trophy system. It's the owl. It flies around with you and it protects you from explosives, and it can show you nearby enemies. In assault, you have the Dragonfire. You have a helicopter rod that you can take and snipe enemies. You have the Maniac Juggernaut, where you stab people in the normal Juggernaut with a gun. There's an attack helicopter, a sentry gun, and the last kill streak, I'm not sure what that is. It's either the Odin Strike, which kills everyone on the enemy team, or it could be the new VSAT that shows everyone on the map. But I'm not exactly sure what that is, and I wish I knew. Then when you look at support, You've got the UAV, something that looks like counter UAV, something that looks like advanced UAV, the Maniac Juggernaut suit, and you have invisibility, which I'll talk about later. That could be very annoying to deal with. And when you look at equipment, the motion sensor is returning as well from Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3. I do not know whether or not Off the Grid will protect you from the motion sensor or from the ping perk. We don't know those things yet, but I would imagine that they do. Now the gameplay itself looks like a combination between Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield, with destructible environments, and the map layout looks similar to Battlefield with dynamic events. And there are 10 prestiges, and you can customize your characters, and you can also have a female soldier for the first time, and there are 7 new game modes. And there's a new game mode called Squads, which allows you to fight against enemy bots, so you can take you and your squad against enemy bots, similar to combat training in Black Ops 2. And you have leaning and a new knee slide, and vaulting, which makes movement and transitions a little faster. And then you have automatic location callouts. So when you're playing, if your character sees somebody behind you, or if your teammate sees somebody behind you, they'll call the location. So that's an interesting feature that could make rushing more difficult. Also, flinching is back, and what flinching is that when somebody shoots you, you get view kick. Your sights go up, and it makes it harder to shoot the enemy. And that is back, and it's very noticeable in this game. Then if you look at the trailer, there is an invisibility support killstreak, and this killstreak is only in support, and it makes you almost invisible. You can see it in the trailer. If you go to 2.8, at 2 minutes and 8 seconds into the trailer, you can see an invisible person running below you when the person jumps. And this is a support killstreak. You can see it. If you look at the picture of the support killstreaks, it is the second one on the bottom row. It shows a person that they show an outline of a person, and they are halfway filled in and halfway empty. So that shows somebody going into cloak, and that has to be what it is. Then there are no death streaks in this game. They have taken death streaks out, but support kill streaks will take their place in the sense that people that die a lot are still going to get kill streaks, but it's in the form of support kill streaks that are very powerful. Okay, now that I've summarized the basics of Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, I'm now going to break it all down for you and tell you exactly how the gameplay is going to work out and the problems that I have with the gameplay so far. So after looking at all of it together, the first thing that I noticed is that there was no mention of dedicated servers during the presentation for Call of Duty Ghosts. There was no mention of an improved network system or network migration or host migration. And because there are no dedicated servers, that tells me that the host migration system in Ghost is going to be the exact same of every other Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 2. The host will only migrate if the person who is the host quits out of the game, which means that dashboarding in this game is still going to be a reality. If the host dashboards, that means the game ends for everyone. And we don't know whether or not you're going to get a loss or not. And that is going to be extremely annoying to deal with, having to have the game end immediately when the host is not having fun and turns off their console or dashboards. Also, because of invisibility armor, which is a support killstreak, that is also going to be annoying to deal with. Having to deal with invisible people or almost invisible people, kind of like Crisis multiplayer, where you can't see the person very well. And then because it's a support killstreak, people are going to be able to get that, even if they die a lot. So at some point in a long game, you're going to be dealing with invisible people that are hard to see. And I don't know whether or not there's a counter to that. Also, almost everyone is going to be running support, because support and assault both look very similar to each other. And they both have the most powerful killstreak in the game, which is either the new VSAT or the Odin Strike. I can't tell what that last killstreak is, but it's shared by both assault and support. And they both have the Juggernaut suit with the knife. They both have the ComSat, or the SATCOM, whatever it's called. And they both have very similar killstreaks. The assault does have some neat killstreaks like the helicopter ride and the dragon fire that are not in support, but they've basically removed almost all of the powerful flying killstreaks, and support and assault are pretty close to each other. And as a result, almost everyone is going to be running support, because with support, you can still get killstreaks even though you die, whereas with assault, you lose your killstreaks when you die. So why bother running assault when you can just run support, when the kill streaks are very similar to each other. And with the last kill streak in support and assault, it's either a VSAT or a Odin Strike. And that means there's either going to be a support VSAT or a support Odin Strike. And what the Odin Strike does is that it kills everyone in the enemy team, like a Moab. And you can see it in the gameplay trailers, and you can actually get one from a care package that they showed in the trailer. So either way, there's going to be a support kill streak that kills everyone in the enemy team, either because of the Odin Strike or because you can see everyone on the enemy team and they're all going to die eventually because of that. And also, as far as I can tell, there is no counter to the off-the-grid perk that protects you from the ComSat, or the SATCOM, whatever. So that means that the Ghost or Stealth perk in this game is going to be very powerful. And this perk, off the grid, only takes up 1 out of 8. So if you choose off the grid, you can still have 7 points to spend on perks. And it's only a matter of time before everyone is going to be using the Ghost perk in this game, called off the grid. That protects you from the SATCOM, which is the UAV in this game. Also, because of this, it means that it's going to be very difficult to find the location of enemy players. If you use off the grid together with a silencer, you will never show up on the radar. And we don't know whether or not this perk will protect you from the ping perk. That makes it so that people who are nearby the person you killed show up. So, because of the fact that it only takes up 1 out of 8 slots, it means that everyone will be using it. But eventually, it will mean that it's going to be very difficult to find people. Now, when the game first comes out, people are not going to know this, and there's going to be a greater variety of perks that people are going to use. But eventually, everyone is going to be using this perk, because it only takes up 1 point, and you still have 7 to spend on other perks. Whereas with past Call of Duty games like Modern Warfare 3, if you used Assassin, you could not use Hardline or Blast Shield. But in this game, you can use Ghost together with Hardline or Blast Shield, or any number of perks. So when you look at it from a long-term perspective, when the game first comes out, it's going to be fun to play. But eventually, the dashboarding, the support kill streaks that include invisibility, the Odin Strike or the VSAT, and no counter to off the grid, it's going to make the game very frustrating to play. And because of support kill streaks and everyone running Ghost, it will make the gameplay very similar to Modern Warfare 3. Just as in Modern Warfare 3, Assassin was the dominant perk, so in this game, off the grid will be dominant. But in Modern Warfare 3, what you had is that you could not have other perks if you had Assassin. If you had Assassin, you couldn't use Blast Shield or Hardline, but in this game, you will be. So it's going to create super soldiers who are immune to explosives. They'll have Hardline, and they'll be immune to the things that show up on the radar. And just like in Modern Warfare 3, you had support kill streaks that were annoying to deal with, like the EMP and the Stealth Bomber. In this game, the support kill streaks are going to be even more powerful, with the invisibility armor and either the Odin Strike or the new VSAT. So you have the same problems with regard to a lack of situational awareness and support or welfare kill streaks that people will get even though they die a lot. So this is the end of playing together with a party and being able to see everyone in the map on the enemy team. And because of this, I have decided that I will not be playing Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, because I'm not putting up with another year of getting dashboarded on, session joiners, network manipulators because of a lack of dedicated servers, and support kill streaks with invisibility armor with an and/or VSAT or a Moab. Plus there's no counter to off the grid, which is the stealth perk. And I have no idea, if you're playing in ground war with a full party, if people will even be able to join the lobby. Because in Black Ops 2 right now, if you try playing with a full party, it's very difficult to get into a game. And it's almost impossible to play with a full party in ground war now. And we have no idea if matchmaking will even work well in Call of Duty Ghost. And instead, I'm going to be playing Destiny on the PS4 and Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox 360, as well as other games that I enjoy like Dark Souls 2 and The Witcher 3, and any other game that I have fun playing. Because right now I'm pretty Call of Duty'd out. I've been playing this game since COD 4, and it is essentially the same thing every year, except now they're making it more annoying than ever with invisibility armor, support kill streaks, and a lack of situational awareness with this uncounterable stealth perk that everyone is going to have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.